I'm gonna like the weapon that's on the ground. I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna kick it towards the back of the group. Like just move it away from him, or move it away from the guy that dropped it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the gun from the other guy, the one that was suffocating.
That's fine. You don't make any moves to stop you. He's more interested in his friend, like he's patting his shoulder as his friend breathes heavily into his makeshift gas mask.
Yeah, and Ruben just kind of nods and he goes, "He's stable. Like he'll make a full recovery. He'll be just fine."
Except
Greetings,
psychologically.
previous hostile. Adam is just gonna kind of clump over. He moves in a clear and mechanical fashion. You know, it's very, very obvious that there isn't a human inside of that suit based on how it's moving. It's not having any wasted motions whatsoever. And his voice calls out to the, non-unconscious man. Greetings, previous hostile.
Yeah?
Have you considered an alternative career within Omni? Omni cares for its workers. If you had been working for Omnicorp, you would not have found yourself in this situation. Omnicorp have strict guard regulations ensuring that no guard is ever left on his duties alone.
Oh, well, thanks, but I work for...
What was that?
He said...
Again?
I work for...
I think this guy's fucking with us.
Is there something wrong with your communicator?
Huh? What do you mean? I'm telling you.
Spell it out.
Oh, well, I belong to...
Adam?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just looking at Caleb. Like, does this make any sense to you guys?
Might be some sort of speech inhibitor.
Actually, you're right. No, this doesn't make any sense. Why are you trying to help the enemy, man? What gives?
The enemy? We don't even know who these people are.
They're armed, dangerous. Clearly they're enemies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Adam, do you have audio recording and playback capability?
Confirmed. 1 second. I'm currently running an internal diagnostic to determine the reason why my audio filters are not working functionally. Or are not working functionally. And at that, I'd like to run a self-diagnostic. Is my audio systems tampered with?
No, they seem to be picking up from what's here perfectly fine.
Right, I would like to, well, obviously I'm recording what I'm hearing, so I'd play it
However,
back to him.
There is something. You don't seem to be as cold as you should be.
Me? I'm not cold? Interesting. Obviously, that means there's something that's going on here. I would like to consult my Omnicore manual. In a circumstance like this, how should an Adam unit respond? Should I focus on the mission? Should I calm people around me and convince them to focus on the mission? Or should I begin investigating the anomaly?
Essentially, you should be prioritizing the prioritizing. Thank you. Dyslexia. But yeah, you should be prioritizing the mission and getting people back on track, essentially.
Very well. In that case, I'll turn to the group and state, we are currently experiencing an auditory anomaly. I am incapable of making any sense of the words this individual is saying. However, there don't seem to be anything wrong with my audio recepting nodes. We are also currently experiencing a strange temperature fluctuation. There appears to be anomalies. However, at this point, we are not equipped to handle these anomalies and should remain focused on our mission.
Essentially,
What do you mean by that?
as long as it's not dangerous, the manual says to proceed, essentially.
Yeah.
Guys, you're making a big deal out of this. I mean, one of them got his face blown off, the other guy's in shock. Of course they've got some twitches and stuff. They just saw combat. Leave it be. We've got more important things to do. Remember, we still got a mission to do.
Well, I wasn't even thinking along the same lines I think Adam was. I was just suggesting he play back what he's heard so far so that this guy realizes what's going on. I don't think he's aware of what he's doing.
I can say that as you do, because of course, Adam, as a robot, you can easily do this. As you do, you hear the same thing, like, but Johnny just seems to look confused at you all.
Were you capable of making sense of my previous words?
Yeah, why?
Interesting. It would appear that Johnny is capable or has no issues saying the word, but we have issues hearing the word.
That's weird.
If I may make a suggestion, take that little snippet of audio recording and make sure that it is very secure. I feel like that's going to be important to hang on to.
Confirmed. Should we return to our mission parameters?
Yes, let's.
Yes.
After we get back to the base, we should ask boss about this stuff. I mean, I thought the entire team got physically and medically checked out before they got assigned to this mission. You guys have been acting weird for a while now.
Nix, are you doing anything?
By the way, does anybody hear that annoying buzzing again?
It's out. Nix, you there? Sounds weird.
So Adam, you think you can get that elevator running?
As far as I'm aware, we already did.
Yes, you did, but you haven't tried going down yet.
Ruben just sort of claps Johnny on the shoulder and is like, "I'm not sure what's going on, but you seem perfectly healthy for my assessment. Stay toasty, and it seems like you're doing an excellent job of doing that yourself. And send Michael my condolences." And he basically, Ruben like reads him his address for his clinic and goes, "If you have any complications, like contact me, let me know, and it'll be on the house. I feel really bad about what happened here today." And then he just kind of follows him to the elevator.
Yeah, I mean, I assume we can get this thing going. I'm helping the dude out. 2+ dice. Let's go.
That's totally fine. Now, as you go up to... Ezra? You there?
Well, the buzzer
Hello?
stopped, so I assume he's here.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hear me?
Oh, there you go. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Something go wrong?
Sorry, I just cut out for a bit, I think.
Oh, yeah, I was asking you, are you doing anything? Because you've been silent for a while.
I am... Honestly, once the guys have been chilling, I've just been kind of pacing around the room, checking for anything like...
Ah, okay. The others are heading over to the elevator. Do you follow? Okay, cool. So, Adam, do you try getting everybody down the elevator?
Yeah, I'd like to. Elevator, please descend.
It seems to... how far do you want to go? Because it marks off several... Only really the bottom level is open. However, it says director access required and a keycard code is needed.
A key code is needed.
Yes.
Well, do I have a key code?
You don't know.
You see that Danny is starting to get a little impatient. He's checking his clock. We're taking way too long. This isn't good for the mission. Adam, scoot over a bit. And he's gonna tinker with the keycard input screen.
With that, you see the red screen turn green and says, "Welcome. descending now.
Aha! I knew it. When in doubt, always put in your birthday. Works every time. Danny takes the moment to recharge the bullet, and after he reloads his gun, he gets ready to elevate, open up.
Nyx reloads her guns too.
Finally, you reach the bottom. Can everybody see the screen right now?
So since we've got
Yep.
some time, you in the elevator, and Danny looks up and down. Nyx, that was some fine shooting and movement out there. You got some background with running with some mercs or something?
Something like that.
It's good to know that we've got somebody else to rely on down here. Experience like that is very valuable in situations like these.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
He offers a high five.
I got a gun in each hand.
Oh, right. Danny looks a little disappointed now as he's left hanging.
Finally, the elevator comes to a stop down in the lab. The doors open and a thick azure mist is all around you. I would like to mention that you would all know that given that it's an additive for fuel production and it boosts energy, such a thick azure mist is prone to detonation
Oh boy.
with any sort of sparks.
That's not okay.
I'm gonna move up to here.
I'm gonna look down on the floor. That looks like blood.
That is correct. There is a blood pattern on the floor.
I'm going to point towards the floor and, proclaim in my usual tone, please be advised, there is blood on the floor. Slipping hazard.
Ruben kind of like walks up to him, taking the hit, and he kind of kneels down. Can I determine like how long I think the blood might have been on the ground? Is it like fresh?
It looks rather old. At least a few months.
Ruben kind of like taps him on the shoulder gently, and he's like, I appreciate the concern, buddy, but this is dry. I think we'll be fine.
Confirm. Well, Adam is on a mission, so he's gonna start stomping away. Boop, boop.
Adam, can we calm down a bit?
Adam is gonna stop, on the staircase and turn around to regard you, holding the black case in one hand. Yes.
Is there any way you could walk quieter?
Please define quiet.
Not audible to human hearing.
Adam's general operation is not audible to human hearing.
But your walking is.
That is not Adam. Adam is simply inhabiting this machine. This machine is not designed for quiet operations.
Can you modify it, or just modify your behavior, if not the chassis? Walk quieter.
Please demonstrate.
I walk quietly.
Hey,
I think
will
what he's
attempt
trying to say is
mimic
be
it.
very deliberate with your steps.
This is amazing.
Right, I'm gonna see him move and I'll attempt to mimic it. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, nope.
You do roll advantages, so you are learning. At least you probably could figure out how to walk like a
Shit,
normal
1 second.
person.
Food's here.
That's
He
okay.
basically
Right,
mimics the tiptoeing motions. He's just very loud as he's doing it.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? He's moving his legs perfectly fine. However, as he's about to touch the ground, he slams the foot down, to ensure he has perfect stability.
Makes sense.
This is important.
Exactly. Robots don't fall like humans do when they walk.
Aren't we just amazing creatures?
Well, Adam is going to regard all of you, and then he's going to repeat, the mission takes priority. Please follow Adam. Clank. Clank. Blank. Blank.
He did took your advice.
Blank. 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 Blank.
I think he should be behind us.
I think it's
Alright, I'm
too
back.
late for that.
Blank.
Adam is currently clanking his way. He's attempting to be,
Yeah, I'm attempting to be stealthy. I'm moving in, a very stealthy fashion, but every time he's about to touch the foot down, he just slams it down the last few millimeters.
It's better than nothing, I suppose.
I will tell you what you currently see. There's a door here, 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 and here.
I'm going
Yes.
to examine this one.
This, beyond this door, is said to be your mission area.
Yep, Adam is beelining for that door. I see a console. I will do my Adam magic on the console.
You may
Console
use
Adam?
speaking to me.
yours.
Adam, he's kind of like calling, like trying to be patient. Adam, please.
Responding.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but we need to scope out the whole area before we go blundering through the big door. Like, we don't want to.
Sure we don't get flanked, you know?
Adam pauses for a few seconds. There has been no individuals recording usage of the elevator in the last 2 months. Organic individuals cannot survive the exposure of Ashore for that lengthy periods of time without severe degradation of genome. Likelihood of encountering hostile entities minimal.
I understand. I appreciate the helpfulness there, Adam. But if anything is alive down here, we're in deep trouble. I think that we should take the gravity of this more seriously.
Confirmed. And Adam will start, fiddling with the console.
Put it to you this
Boy.
way: there's like a 5% chance that there is something down here that could kill us all very quickly if we're not careful. Just because it's 5% doesn't mean we should ignore the possibility.
Yeah, sure.
In fact, the more flagrantly you ignore that 5%, the higher that 5% actually becomes.
By the way, Ash, just so you know, if this was XCOM, right now Danny would be in Overwatch mode with his sniper rifle.
So essentially, as you're looking over here, this area seems to be caved in, and
Yeah.
so does this area.
This area is caved in, right? Yeah. Well, Adam was just told he is not allowed to go to the big door yet, so he'll go to one of the smaller doors. Fine.
Yeah, Nyx is looking at this one. This door.
These are easily openable by manual handles if you wish to open them.
Right. Adam walks into the middle of the door and opens it.
Nyx provides Overwatch as he opens the door.
We're doing this, it's Overwatch now.
Yeah, I mean, the dude is Adam is not having any tactical sense. He just opens the door and walks right in,
Don't worry, Adam.
announcing his presence.
We'll teach you, Adam.
Greetings, I am Adam, unknown hostile entity.
But you see, as you enter in, a small bit of Yazoo gas comes into this room, a bit more than what is usual, and you see 2 giant containers here, so you can't actually walk on them.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I would like to inspect the contents of those containers.
They seem to be locked down.
So they're containers, but they're not made of glass. They're like locked.
Yeah, they are. Think of them like giant cargo containers, giant steel cargo containers. They seem to be.
Adam,
locked
can you
in.
scan these containers? Give us an idea what's inside?
Confirmed. Please stand by. I would like to use my scanning equipment.
Scanning?
Yes.
You may use it. I believe that is it. Scanning an actual computer's role, I believe.
Probably.
I mean, I got a handheld scanner.
Wait, wouldn't that be perception in his case?
Actually, yeah, I think it would be.
Well, he's probably terrible at it, so because he has a gear for it, maybe give him some bonuses.
What does the scanner say?
Scanner is, let's see. It's on page 182 in the core rulebook.
Page 182. Well, I can tell you some about the outside of it as you're scanning it at the very least, like clear things. Number one, it's basically like this kind of cargo containers you find on cargo ships that used to roam around in 20th century. They're held together by rather large locks and bolts, but nothing really advanced technically. However, each container looks like they've had their locks ripped off, and only their bolts are locked down, since they can be opened from the in and outside.
I guess. Or, sorry, I still have to memorize everybody's names. Why am I forgetting? Let me. Caleb, that's right. Caleb, did you have a wrench?
I do. I got a whole toolkit too.
Yeah, let's. While he's scanning the contents, after he's done scanning the contents, let's bust the puppy open.
Sure, I can help out with that.
So you're going to try to open it up, are you? One moment. Device can be used. Datapad, display screen. A hand scanner displays bio signs of subjects and the like, so you're basically looking for life. Well, you don't. You find what's the equivalent of what seems to be biomaterial inside. However, you don't detect any human life signs.
Weapons ready, and I guess we'll, with his assistance, with Caleb's assistance, we're gonna try to open this guy.
Okay. Right. So you're opening which one? The right one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay then. 1 second.
I'm just gonna pop in, like I wanna see what's in the room. And I'm gonna pop out. Darkest dungeon!
As you open the door, something stumbles in front of you.
Guns out.
And now, the true test. Cold fast or expire.
You see what appears to be a humanoid shape stumbling towards you. Armor barely containing what is essentially what looks like goo.
Ew.
Dripping from its armor as pulses of movement just come from it as it drags along a giant wrench, moving slowly towards the noise.
Caleb, it's one of your friends.
Hey, buddy.
Compare the sizes of your wrenches.
I get the feeling I'm about to.
Right, I would want you to roll vigilance.
Even us that were prepared for stuff?
I would say that you weren't really prepared for
You know what?
things
Fair
like
enough.
this.
Fair enough. Fair
That's
enough.
unfortunate.
It's hard to prepare for Azure fucking zombies.
Oh,
Fair enough.
I did that wrong. I'm sorry.
It's like, hey,
I
maybe
forget
guns and
what I
guns. Oh my god, a horror!
Ooh, that's actually not bad. 0.1.
Poor one, jeez.
I don't know how triumphs play into initiative.
It's basically
They count as a success and an advantage.
it's one success and one advantage. That's what a triumph does.
Okay.
So how I apologize for asking a really dumb question. So I have my results where it gives me 4 successes and an advantage. How do I input that as a number?
Find your name in the turn order, and where there's the 0, just click on it and change it.
But like, how do I convert that into a number?
Every success is a 1. Every basically, you see the 2.1. The 2 is the successes. The 1 is the advantages. So the successes
so like
the successes
4.1.
Yeah, exactly. The successes are first, then the advantages.
Well, why can't I change this text? 4.1. That's not inputting. What the?
You have to press enter.
Press enter, yeah.
4.1, enter.
There you go.
There.
Yeah.
So the way the turn order works now is the number before the dot is the important one. The one behind that is basically the tiebreaker. So for instance, since you have 4.1, if somebody has a 4.3, he goes before you.
Okay.
Yeah, so even if you got 0 successes, you can still put 0 point and your number.
Yeah.
However, Ruben, thankfully you are sadly used to such sights. As you see the stumbling, azure caked remains of what once was a human stumbling towards you out of the container.
I'll be truthful. I believe I have a pistol. I did not record what kind of pistol I have or what the damage it does is. Is there like a standard model that I should use for that?
Equipment. I believe you should have had it marked down. Essentially, you're going to be using a slug thrower pistol, which is range light, damage 4, crit 5, range short, encumbrance 1, hardpoint 0.
So just do an attack roll. Do I just roll the range light die?
No, you should have on your sheet. A moment.
Oh, there's a... Yeah.
On your sheet, you should have in combat. You can add a weapon, and it should be. Let's put pistol, and you can basically add what's there.
Yeah, sorry for that.
That's not you're new. This is what this session's about.
Yeah, because I know basically I am going to take a shot at the one closest to the group. Because basically he's just like, dear lord, it's worse than I could have imagined, and I just like take a shot at him. I'm gonna see if I can shoot him dead.
Well, have you got your pistol out? I mean, pistol information down?
I'm actually trying to... Where was it that you documented? I'm sorry. I have most of the information entered. I just, like...
Go to combat.
Yeah, I have combat open. Damage... Fuck. This one entered damage 4, critical 5, encumbrance 1.
Yeah, I should have it on your sheet already. So if you go to combat, down, weapons, and it should be right there. Or it could get deleted. Why are you...
The screen is... This thing's arguing with me, I'm sorry. I won't touch it. I'm breaking it every time I look at it.
Look, I'm going to control combat. Do you see what you see? Combat, and scroll down to weapons.
Right.
Right? and you see weapon just above add with a little arrow. Click on that. And now you see this entire sheet with your weapon that's just popped up.
Okay.
Just press the D20 in the middle. And when it rolls that, essentially, you're meant to basically roll with 2 dice. So let's say the standard is 2 purples. Yeah, standard is 2 purples. So you go back to your weapon and press it again. Like that. Why have you got 1 black dice?
I'm not sure.
There you go. So that's your light. Alright, so you can roll now. Just click there in the middle.
Change what you're using to roll because I doubt your weapon is 1 green dice. Is it range light, range heavy?
Yeah, he's only got 1. He's only got 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's only got 1 agility.
he failed.
So yeah, essentially you just fire, you blast away wildly into the container. Just there's bullets just bouncing all around the container as you back up, like ah.
I mean, he's kind of like seizing it. It's like, I've always been more of a scientist type. I'm just gonna, and he just kind of like steps backwards.
Danny hears the commotion from inside the room and says, "Guys, I don't know what's going on in there, but can you pop out of there? I can't get a shot."
You can move, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna basically like back all the way out.
I don't know
can
what
move
the
now.
hell's going on in there, but get out. Ruben, he sees Ruben running out first. Ruben, what the hell's going on in there?
Monstrosities. Questions later, aim to kill.
What, you're not gonna try and save him this time? He laughs.
Caleb.
I'm just trying to find in the sheet here. I'm pretty sure there's a way to make a maneuver or an attack, so to speak, to knock someone prone, but I can't find it at the moment to figure out how to do that.
Let's see. Essentially, you can knock someone prone, but you need enough advantages in order to do it. That's how it normally works.
No, prone is
Like you
actually a skill. The Marauder tree has. You can knock
Oh,
people
did you get
prone.
that skill?
There are also some
I do
weapons
not
that give
have
you the
that.
prone ability. Otherwise, you can't just normally just knock somebody prone.
Yeah, it's
I'm
either
not trying to
critical
do
or
damage with it
narrative.
at the same time. I'm just trying to trip them up.
Well, narratively,
Well, you
I
can.
think we can work with that.
Narratively, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, narratively, you can. You can just attempt a normal attack and just say you're trying to attempt to tip him up.
Yeah, that sounds right. I mean, you do no damage, but you manage to do the maneuver, so that works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do with this guy that's in the front there.
All right, go ahead.
So just a basic brawn maneuver or brawn skill check.
Yeah, just a basic attack. You're just trying to basically push him back.
1
with your-
second, lads. I'll be right
Yep.
back.
Okay, of course.
What kind of weapon are you using, or are you just using your fists?
He's using a wrench. So yeah, just roll your wrench attack.
Wouldn't that be a melee attack then? Isn't the range melee? I mean, the range that he's the melee weapon.
Yeah, it would count as melee. That's why I was just gonna do a brawn.
So just
Well, because
Use,
there's two different
brawn.
skills for that. That's what I was asking, but whatever. That's
hang on. Hang on. Right. What I'm saying is, what are you currently trying to do? Are you trying to trip him with your weapon, or are you pushing him away into the other one? What are you doing?
I was just gonna try to push him away.
If you're pushing him away, then use brawn.
Okay. Ooh, miserable.
You can
Okay,
spend those
so-
advantages for.
Yeah, you can give your next person a blue dice if you want. There's also a list of other advantages you can give.
Yeah, let's just go with that for now.
Alright, Danny gains 1 blue dice. But as you try to push the enemy, it reaches out and grabs onto your arm, basically locking you in place with it
Oh.
as it hangs off of you. That's all you hear is gurgling of a liquid azure within. Danny, it's your turn.
Danny is tinkering with the grenade he's got hanging off of his belt, but sadly there's a lot of friendlies in that room, so he just shies. He just sighs audibly and says, "God damn it! Yeah!" And with a battle cry, he repositions himself, let's say over here. Right, the enemy that's currently holding Ruben? No, wait, not Ruben.
Caleb.
Caleb. The enemy that's currently holding Caleb. I wanna aim for that enemy with my rifle.
That's good. You may do that. It take you 1 black though, because they're locked together.
Okay, so that's 1 blue die and 1 black die. And I'm gonna take the shot. Oh, what's the range, by the way? Short?
Yeah, short.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Ah,
How's that?
nice. You got it.
right.
Barely.
I'm gonna take strain, and as soon as he recovers from the recoil, Danny quickly reloads because it's bolt action, and he takes another shot. I'm assuming I lose the blue dice because that's for 1 attack, right?
Yeah.
Bam! Shit. I wanna
that one goes once.
I wanna spend that advantage to recover 1 strain.
Okay then. As you're struggling with this azure-like zombie, Caleb, you suddenly see a round go past your head and into the forehead of this thing, making its head burst open and fall back as its arm eventually lets go and it slumps to the side of a container.
Get out of there!
I can't. It's not my turn yet.
You wrench-wielding maverick.
Oh no. 1 second. It's attempting to hit you, Ruben. Do you have any skills involving melee?
Oh, well, if I did that wrong. I intended to use my maneuver to just like back out. Am I still in the room?
No, you're outside of a room. Like,
Yeah.
on the map, you're outside.
That was sort of my intended. It was to like just back out of the room.
What about you, Cabe? Have you got any, like, melee skills?
You mean skill points in melee?
No, more like, do you have any skills such as dodge or
Yeah.
anything that can help you against melee attacks before I roll?
I do have just the 1 defensive point from the.
Okay. So, essentially, he's gonna try to attack you.
Luckily he has 1 armor, so he's fine.
Yes. So, essentially, as he whacks, you just block the giant wrench as it comes towards you and sending it off to the side of the container, denting it, which Nick sees the big dent suddenly come out of it.
By the way, since that's the enemy roll, we get to spend the threats on the enemy roll. So if you want, you can give the next enemy a black dice with that threat.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Alright. You may give
I
him a
wonder if
black
there's the
dice for
suits are
this.
functional enough for Adam to hack.
Unsure. Adam, you there? If he's not there, then we're gonna have to skip his turn for the time being.
Can't we just say that he moves out of the room because that seems like a sane and logical thing to do? I mean, he's not combat ready, so...
He's observing.
Okay.
Nix.
I'm gonna angle myself to like flank and try and shoot the zombie from aim and shoot the zombie from behind.
Well, you can't. He's inside a container. All this is metal, and the only entrance to see inside is this way.
Oh, okay. So I'll go over here.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that you're firing in close range engage versus a melee opponent, so that's gonna give you, well...
She's not engaged. If the enemy isn't physically engaging it, it doesn't count as engaged.
Oh, that's useful to know. Okay then.
Dope
So
dope.
it still counts as short.
So that's
Hang on. Try rolling that again. Try rolling that again.
okay.
Went horribly
What
wrong.
the fuck is that roll?
I forgot to clear the pool that I used to roll myself. I apologise. That was on me. So roll again.
Okay. I mean, I'm cool with keeping it.
You may not destroy the entire facility with that many greens. That hits.
So that's 6 damage. Pierce 2.
Pierce. Okay. Yep. 6 damage. Essentially, you just see it on its last. You blow off one of its legs, and it's stumbling towards Caleb still. Lovely. I would say you get a black dice, but you down the zombie in a hail of gunfire.
Did I miss a turn or anything?
Yes. Essentially, just in time. Essentially, you stood there, but Nyx was right after you, so she gunned down the zombie.
Okay.
Right, both of the azure-caked humans lay in puddles of boiling flesh. You can just see small bubbles popping out from the gaps in the armor.
Ruben sort of makes his way back into the room cautiously. I'm going to make an effort to just inspect the bodies to see if I can gather any information based on what we
Before
were
that,
seeing.
guys, at the end of combat, we can also once again make a cool roll, and based on how many successes you get, you can recover that much strain. So, for instance, I just recovered 2 strain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can roll to recover some strain if you're currently below max.
Of course, that's if you spent strain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the bodies lay there. You can hear in the other containers and the other rooms the sounds of more crawling at the doors.
I'm gonna reposition myself and prepare grenades for Overwatch mode.
Right now, there is just rattling of the containers, but doesn't seem like they've come out just yet.
So wait, is it the containers still in this room?
It's the container next to one you're in, and also you can
Oh.
hear the same sort of sounds coming from the other 4 rooms that you passed. Here, here, and here. So now, what is it you wish to do?
So it sounds like we. Does it seem like inspecting the container? Does it seem like they're pushing on it, like trying to escape?
Yes, it does seem like they're trying to escape. The bolts are holding for now, however.
Can I I guess I wanna inspecting these 2 guys. Can I roll medicine, try to assess their state and try to figure out maybe how far gone these guys are?
You can already tell. You don't even need medicine. That they are complete mush. They are essentially just biological flesh and azure just melted inside, only encased within that armor. Is probably what kept them from turning into some sort of gross abominations.
And they poor work, these cybernetics. He's kind of looking down, shrugging. He's like, the things have gone too far.
Caleb is going to look them over and see if he can find any kind of identifying marks on the armor.
They seem to be in blackened armor, but markings seem, well, missing.
Missing is in completely absent, or missing is in there's evidence of their being removed?
As if they were removed.
We need to find a secure position and try to control these things. They're not very smart, but they are very dangerous.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I know probably a good idea to not have our doctor fire guns anywhere near us.
Look, it's a very high pressure situation, and I mean, that's fair.
By the way, you guys hear Danny screaming from the main room. Guys, we're wasting time, and we don't know how long these things are gonna be contained. Let's just hurry up. The objective is right in front of us. Adam, get that door open.
I mean,
The zombies seem pretty easy to dispatch when they're isolated in their containers, so maybe it'd be a good idea to clear them out.
That's not our job.
We go in there, out of the container, they are directly in the way of our getting out.
No, they're
Yeah,
not.
we just
They're
need
contained.
to-
We just need to go to our objective. Everything's gonna be fine. We just need to hurry. We're wasting too much time.
Are we on a time crunch?
We are now.
I was not aware of that.
He points towards the doors that are clanging and banging. That's our timer. Let's do it.
Well, then isn't that all the more reason why we should take care of them now and not have to worry about it on our...
No, why would we want to engage them? We can avoid them. Said it yourself, these guys are mindless. There's no need to fight them.
Adam is gonna, regard all of you silently before... Please state mission parameters.
What it sounds like is we need to get in and get out as quickly as possible. Is
Adam
there
is
a way,
gonna
like,
look
based
at these
on, like, the... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you there.
To the GM, these bolts, how sturdy do they look? Are these guys gonna bust through here eventually?
Eventually, yes, but not right now.
Okay. I'm gonna look towards, let's see, who was it that picked up? It was Danny, right? I'm gonna look towards Danny. You acquired explosives from the individuals upstairs. This is an enclosed environment. I'm gonna gesture at the crate.
Yeah.
Biological entities take badly to explosives in tight quarters.
Your accent started sounding British when you started talking about explosives.
Look, we're just wasting time. You don't need to explain that to me, Adam. I was about to chuck a grenade in there, but you guys decided it's a good idea to fucking pile on right into that small little room. And guess what happened? Oh, you got into danger. So how's about you listen to the guy that actually has some fucking combat experience, and this is not the goddamn time for this bullshit. Before we get fucking swarmed by more of those disgusting things, whatever the hell they are, we gotta get through that goddamn door!
You
While everybody's shouting and yelling, Caleb is
So,
being pulled
hang
on
on,
this other
wait.
side.
Caleb, as
Happy
you
to
say that, you
trademark
see,
charm, Danny boy.
you see Danny suddenly go stiff, completely rigid.
What the hell?
Ye-
Ugh. I don't remember it being this way last time. Ugh. How do people do this shit? Where's my...
Danny now is talking and moving differently than he was before.
God damn it, this guy
Danny?
doesn't smoke? Seriously? Danny snaps his fingers and a cigar appears in his hand. It's already lit up and he starts puffing. Better. Right. He looks around towards the rest of you guys. Oh yeah, right. And he tosses the cigar away and draws his pistol and he shoots Nyx between the eyes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Nyx.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
The next thing you see is, surprisingly, Nyx suddenly hitting the ground.
Do I not get a chance to, like, dodge, or does he not even have to make an attack roll?
As you tried to move, all you felt is your feet, almost as if they didn't want to move, and the bullet. Just all you see is when she gets shot is she vanishes into the azure mist.
Danny turns around and aims his gun towards Ruben to shoot him between the eyes.
Who? Ruben?
Yep.
I.
Oh, right. Out of curiosity, no. I'm not gonna. No, I think I have an idea what's going on. Moving on.
Ruben.
Yeah, Caleb also has an idea what's going on.
Ruben, you
Got
are also
played.
shot and vanish into before you can see. You're like, "Doosh," and you vanish into the azure mist.
Danny just
Oh,
drops
it's
his gun nonchalantly, takes a grenade in each hand from his pockets and tosses one left, one right towards other party members.
In a
Caleb just
detonation,
looks at the grenade and goes, "Goddamn simulation."
and with that, not only the grenades but the azure detonates the entire facility, and everything for a moment goes completely and utterly black.